Hello Kat, my name is Anne. In this video, I will be sharing my story listening reflection. So the story I chose to listen is the Marabidya Bila, The Place by Mark Sadler. It's a story that connects deeply to the culture, country, and identity. So I thought before I start listening to the story, I asked some questions to myself. I asked, what is story listening? And what is storytelling? And what is the difference? So, before I learned the pedagogy of listening or the four levels, I thought that story listening is like when person tell a story, we just listen as an audio, try to understand the story. But after I learned about the Dadiri and the four levels of listening, I understood that listening is much more deeper. So as the Professor Ralph said, the most basic of all human need to understand and to be understood. The best way to understand people is to listen to them. So it made me realize that listening is not only a communication skills but connecting with one another. It made me think that listening is just opening our hearts, not only our ears. So when I first started listening to the story, my mind was wandering everywhere. I couldn't focus at all. I can hear the outside noises such as washing machine, my baby's calling me. Even though I was listening, like I was not hearing, even though I was hearing, I was not actually listening to the story. So then I went to a quiet space where I couldn't hear the other noises, and I tried again, and then I found myself with so much unfamiliar words and had a hard time to understand what he was trying to tell. Even with the captions open, I found myself reading the caption but not actually engaging with him. So the third time I put my headphones on and I decided to practice Dadiri, I told myself, let's calm down, let's relax, let's slow down. I told myself that listening is not just hearing the words but trying to connect. So in these experiences, I noticed that I was engaging in factual listening where I was trying to understand the words that he was telling. But when I listened for the third time, I realized that I was using empathetic listening where I felt his emotions, how proud he was about his country, culture, and history. At the end, I was using generative listening where I felt connected with him, being present and not open only to his words but to the story, culture, and I felt I was there with him in that natural space. So actually, this reflection challenged my biases. When I work with children and families, I realized that I listen to them to answer back professionally or to respond them back. So it made me realize that sometimes we don't always have to respond or give them an answer. What deep listening is to be open, to slow down, and to connect and show respect to their thoughts and the stories. So, before this story, I thought the inclusion is helping children to feel belong and to feel safe. But through this story, I've understood that inclusion is like means to value, to respect, to recognize people experiences and voices and be open to the differences. So as Karina Rinaldi said, listening should be welcome and be open to differences, recognizing the value of other points of view and interpretation. So when you actively listen, it helps us to build trusting relationships with families and children. So I learned that listening is a form of respect, and also it taught me that inclusion starts with listening, not just what we do. So the most powerful message for me was when Mark said, Viradujuri, is our lifeline and Mother Gavian is our blood. We stay with her and protect her. He explained that when we look after the nature and the place that we live, it also look after its people, the healthy people. Healthy nature means healthy country. So this message actually touched my heart. I can feel his pride and love for the country. It taught me to show and help children to build their sense of belonging to the land that they play on, they play and learn. So as teachers, I think we can guide children to show respect and take care of the world around them, take care of the nature. It will help children to grow with empathetic and appreciation for the world around them. So in my future practice, I will use what I have learned from this reflection to help children and families to feel belong, safe, valued, and heard. I will practice patience, silence, and stillness, and reminding myself not to hurry or to judge or make any assumptions when children or families share their story. So I believe it will help me to build trust, understand children identity, culture, and create a learning environment where every child is seen, heard, valued, and respected. Thank you.